What's up, y'all? Shadypeach here, and we're back. It's been a little bit since we last did a video. So, as you guys can probably tell, I have a very different surrounding behind me, and it's still changing. So, I am now in my new office. I finally have a desk. It was this whole big thing where I had ordered a desk, and the day before it was supposed to arrive, it got canceled, so I had to order a new desk, and I was working at my dining room table to try to get you guys some videos. And then the whole thing with Reign of Jafar is also just not a very exciting set for me to open personally. So the motivation plus the stress of not having a solid place to record definitely was a contributor to why I haven't pumped out too many videos recently. But we are back. I now have everything mostly set up. I'm still setting it up. So this is going to be a very raw video, but hopefully it's still entertaining. Today, we're going to be doing something new. Essentially, I want to do this every Tuesday, hopefully, unless I'm on a trip or something, where we're going to be doing Trove Tuesdays. So I'm going to basically be opening up a Trove or more every Tuesday that I can on the channel to give you guys some regular content, because the rest of my content is very sporadic. Every now and then I'll upload a video when I have like product that falls in my lap. And also, to be honest, just to save money, because I can't afford to just pump out product all the time. So I do what I can to try to keep you guys entertained as best I can with what I have to work with. And then obviously I'll continue to go to tournaments. Whenever there's a new set, I'm still going to be ordering a case plus Downtown Disney product. So it'll always be a bunch of product to pump out. And content to pump out whenever I get to a new start of a format. We are now actually about to enter in the first weekend of the Reign of Jafar set champs. I cannot believe it. It feels like the set just got here. It's crazy that we're already at set champs. There's a lot to talk about, but let's go ahead and switch perspectives and I can show you guys the Trove we're working with today. So, I have here a Trove for Azurite Sea. Ignore the price. I had to reward a bunch of points for the shop that I go to. So this was actually a $30 Trove. So if we put a Maui shark, oh my gosh, that's very nice profit. And then I also have a couple of entry packs that I've had for the last couple tournaments that I entered, because I've been stinking it up these last couple tournaments for sure. But before we get into that, I want to show you guys, this is something that I sent to PSA back in March, and it finally arrived. We have here a signed copy of a Tigger Enchanted from Jim Cummings. So if you don't know, Jim Cummings is the voice actor for Tigger. He's the voice actor for Pooh Bear. He does voiceover work, or did voiceover work for Scar. So he's a very big deal. He's done Pete. He's done countless works. So he's Cat from Cat Dog. Anyway. So he was at a convention that I went to back in March called Collecticon, and I happened to have this enchanted. It wasn't the best quality. I mean, it's still a 9, but as you can tell by looking at the back how off-centered it is. But it was the only card that featured a character for Jim Cummings to sign that I had available, well, very last minute, that I was able to get tickets. So I'm still happy with it. It is authenticated, so this is proven to be Jim Cummings' handiwork. Even though it's a 9, I'm going to keep it sealed. This is just going to be a nice piece of treasure for me. The next autograph I still one day want to do, I don't know if I'll ever get the opportunity, is to see if I can get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to sign a Maui for me. Whatever Maui I can come up with. So that's the hopes, but we'll see. I know a lot of people like to get the artists signed, and that's cool, but I like the idea of getting the voice actors. That'd be kind of cool. Or Idina Menzel to sign an Elsa. I don't know, something crazy like that. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So new PSA to add to our collection. So before we get to the Trove, let's go ahead and open up a couple Reign of Jafar packs. I feel like we're not doing Reign of Jafar justice because we have not been opening much, because there's just not a whole lot to tell. When it comes to Reign of Jafar, unless you get an enchanted, it doesn't really feel fun chasing the cards in this set. Namari's definitely still the most expensive, but I never see her played. Lilo is right after that. I somewhat see Lilo played. She's not a bad card by any means, but I just don't think we're there yet. Post-rotation, we might be. We have It Means No Worries, Everybody's Got a Weakness, and Anita Radcliffe. And then the third most expensive card, again, non-enchanted for Reign of Jafar, would be Lady. Lady's an amazing card. Like, there's a ton of like rares and uncommons that are great in Reign of Jafar. It feels like an Azurite Sea set. I've said that before. Also, Rhino is definitely a star of a show. So it feels like Amber got a lot of new toys, and I'm happy for them. They deserve it. Amber's a great color combo. All right, so we got Don Carnage, Ludwig von Drake, Elsa, and a Charlotte LaBeouf. Ludwig von Drake ain't too shabby, so I will definitely be putting him to the side. All right, let's go ahead and get to our Trove. Get this bad boy opened. Like I said, we are about to enter Set Champ season. I am super excited for that. Don't feel crazy confident for this particular Set Champ, even though I won the Hiro Hamada playmat at the last Set Champs that I did. But I felt a lot more confident in that season than I do this season. It's just such a hot mess of different... This is 8, right? Yeah, this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Just making sure. Felt like a lot more for a second. Yeah, there's just so much variety right now. It's really hard to tech for everything. But Senpai DKP won World Champs, so I'm very happy for that. I'm running the DKP deck until we get to that rotation and everything changes. So I'm glad that he was able to win. He was who I was rooting for the whole time. It was a heck of a match between him and 1,000-yard stare Edmund Chu. The guy's also a beast. Pretty amazing, but yeah, DKP, he is my senpai, and one day I hope he notices me. All right, so we've got John Silver, Wasabi, David, Mosquito Bites, Jasmine, Treasure Mountain. Oh, that's pretty good. We got a foil Alice Salavi Sailor. It's not bad. That's basically a legendary in my book, a foil super rare that's used. So I will take it. All right. Also, if you guys aren't aware, Ravensburger right now is doing a, oh shoot, it might be like the last day to sign up for it, or maybe one more day. They are doing a first chapter giveaway. Not really a giveaway. They're raffling opportunities to be able to buy first chapter English. Ooh, we got Diablo. That's pretty good. English and Japanese, as well as some Rise of the Floodborn, I believe, as well. All right, we got Raya. I still think this Raya has potential. I think she's pretty good. And I think it's funny that there's a green Raya that does the same thing. So, not too bad, not too bad. All right, we're getting some useful staples. I'm going to put the Trove stuff together so I know what I pulled from this set. All right. Let's see, what else? But yeah, you guys can see my collection in the back. It's probably a little harder to see now that I've switched perspectives. Got my pins. Most of them are earned. There's a couple that I've purchased. And then I also have like collections of First Chapter, Rise of the Floodborn. I got my Yu-Gi-Oh! Boxes over here. These are First Ed editions, except for the middle one. The Blue Eyes is the 25th anniversary, because I could not afford a First Ed Legend of Blue Eyes. That's like 40 grand. Also, the boxes are empty, so except for the Blue Eyes. So, it is what it is. All right, we got Madam Mim, got Tadashi, and a Jasmine. All right. Let's see. But yeah, oh, so one thing we have not addressed, it's just so much time has passed since I did the last video. The biggest complaint right now in the community, and it's definitely something I am also right there with, is the lack of North American DLCs. And Europe. It looks like both North America and Europe have only 3 DLCs each for 2025 and 2026. It's insane. I don't know whose decision it was to do that. Hey, that's pretty good. We got an Oswald. Oswald is starting to see some play right now. And a Tinkerbell. I have seen this Tinkerbell get some play in some Amethyst Steel decks, so not a bad Trove so far. Not a bad Trove. Like I said, Trove was 30 bucks, so we still got 4 packs left. All right, let's keep it going. Yeah, so the whole DLC thing. In addition to that, all the DLCs are player capped, so it'll still be the same kind of cap of about 2 grand, 2,000 players total that'll be able to enter these DLCs. And the worst part, arguably, is that they're all in the same area. They're all in the northeast of North America. I don't know about Europe. I don't know how spread out there in Europe, but I heard they're complaining as well. So great for the people that live in that area. So it's Indianapolis, Richmond, Virginia, and Milwaukee. So a lot of people are pretty upset about that, and understandably so. I'm one of them for sure. So it is a bummer. Still love this game. I'm not gonna quit. I know there's some people that are like all doom and gloom saying the game is dying. I don't think the game is dying. I think they've definitely made some missteps since the end of Nats, because after Nats, like everything up to Nats and Nats was amazing. And then after Nationals, everything slowed down quite a bit. We went 6 months without any events. And then when we finally get Worlds, it's a private event. And then when we finally hear about the DLCs, there's only 3 of them. So it is a bummer. I will say, though, that I am excited that other countries are now finally getting DLCs. So technically, Japan, China, Brazil are now also on the docket as well. So that's cool. So I do like that the game is globally expanding and they're becoming more successful in these other countries. I think that we were a little spoiled in North America, but I want it again, you know? It's one of those things where I'd love to go to each of those DLCs, but they're so far away. I don't think I'll have the luxury of going to all 3, maybe just 1, if that. So we'll see what happens. I know there's a huge player base outcry right now for this, so we'll see if Ravensburger folds. That's not bad. Go Tamago, King Sensor Core, and a Stitch. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm hopeful, but when worse comes to worse, I'm still probably going to go to Milwaukee or something if I can get tickets. That's another thing, is that they were player capped. I'm like, come on, just give us like $4,000 at least, for 4,000. So it's a little rough out there right now, but we'll get through it, guys. I have so much faith in this game because the IP is amazing, and I think it's just going to explode one of these days. Oh, that's right, Genie comes in the set. So let's see if we can get a Genie. Got last pack magic here. What do we got? We got Dr. Dilbert Doppler, Prince Naveen, Tadashi, Sisu, and final pack or card of the day, a Yokai. All right, so no enchanted today. Like I said, it's just a smaller video. So in terms of this just $30 Trove, we did hit a legendary. So I am pretty satisfied since this was like 30 bucks with the results. And then we got a Ludwig from our entry packs for the last 2 tournaments that we did. So overall, I'm satisfied with this. But yeah, this is the thing I'm going to try to do every Tuesday. I'm going to try to get a Trove video out there to you guys. And then that's not the only thing I'll do. I'll also do other content here and there. But this is just something to regularly look forward to while I get situated in my new place. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you guys did enjoy. Be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. All right.